Hello amazing person, early happy Thanksgiving. I just want to leave you a quick video because I have a thought in my mind and I want to tell you about this pilot program that we have going down right now. We have a lot happening in our national area. We are on the run to #1, but it means that we all need to dig in and get each of ourselves to the next level in our businesses. And I know that sometimes we can get stalled out, and I was having a conversation with Stacy the other day, and the question that came up in our conversation was, what does it cause, or what is it that causes us to get into action? What is it that causes us to go from that's a great idea to let's get it into action? And so I just started, you know what happens when I take a shower, all my great thoughts come out. And so as soon as I got out of the shower, I just started writing down the things that came out of my mind, and I wrote them down. So this is what came out of my mind. So what is it that causes us to get into action? And I'm talking about anything in our lives. When there's something that we know needs to change, and we find something that could be a solution for it, we want to know, first of all, that we hope that that something could work. We want to know that it will work. The second thing is that we want to believe that it could work for me. We also want to have confidence in that vehicle that we've chosen. Like, we want to trust whatever it is that we've decided on. We want to have confidence that we have the tools that we need. Like, I have everything that I need in order to get it done. We want to know that we want to know that we have the knowledge, that we have the ability and the knowledge to actually execute on the thing that we want. We want to have confidence that what we have is what people want. Because, right? I mean, we want to know that the thing that we have to offer is of value to someone. Otherwise, we feel like we're bugging them. Okay, then we also want to know that we want the thing more than we want our current situation. Meaning that something in our lives need to change in order for us to want to get out of what's comfortable and try something new. In order to, we know that there's something else that we want that we don't currently have. That was a mouthful. Okay, also, we want to know that first step, the first thing that we need to do, it can't be too big of a step. It can't be too daunting. It has to be, digestible, that first step. And let's see, I also put down that the perceived effort seems like it could be worth it. So I was trying to think, like, if I want to do something new, I don't have to know for sure that it's going to work, but I have to know that it could work, so that it's going to be worth my effort to at least give it a shot. And then the last thing is that we can visualize ourselves doing it. And so I was thinking about those things, and I thought, okay, so if that's what it takes for me to get into action, it's probably what it will take for my consultants to get into action as well. Because I know that you all want something more in your businesses. You didn't just start Mary Kay for a little bit. There was a hope in your heart that something in your business was going to allow you to make a change in your life that would be significant. But somewhere along the way, perhaps you lost confidence or trust in one of those things that I mentioned. And I'll write these out and I'll post them somewhere for you guys as well, because I want you to consider that. How could you answer these questions for yourself? So, knowing that to be the case, sometimes the very thing that allows us to move forward is the most basic thing, is the thing that we need to trust the most. And sometimes that just needs to be refreshed. And for us in Mary Kay, that is, how do we deliver the product? What is the vehicle that we use to get the product into our consultant or into our clients' hands that will, one, cause them to want to buy something, or two, want to join you in your endeavors and become a consultant themselves. And so that vehicle for us, of course, is that skincare party, right? And if we've lost confidence or belief that a party will hold, or that it's even worth holding, then we don't even do them. Or if we think it's going to be too hard, or people won't respond correctly to it, we don't want to do it anymore. Yes? But here's what I know for sure. Mary Kay's been a company now, as you guys all know, for 54 years. And it is tried and true. At the core of who we are, it's tried and true. And the reason for that is because Mary Kay herself, the thing that we do at every appointment is that we pour belief and love into each woman, and it makes her walk away feeling like $1,000,000. And our products are amazing and they actually work. but the delivery of how we present it to them can make all the difference in the world. I was just at the mall, and you know, I was there fixing actually my iPhone because the video was not working and the camera was not working. And so of course, while I was there, I had to walk around, and I wasn't even really thinking about these things, but I walked into Origins for a second because I thought, I wonder if, you know, what it feels like when you walk into Origins. And when I walked in, the scent in the air was very relaxing. The vibe in the store was very calm. And when I looked around the store, it was very, like it wasn't too cluttered. And so it just made me think, okay, well, how is this making me feel right now? And when I asked the woman, I said, you know, do you guys have any oils? I was just, you know, the kind for scent that you can just put in the air. And she goes, well, that's not really our expertise. This is what our expertise is. It's body, blah, blah, blah. So what I loved is that she didn't try to sell me on something that that was in the store that had nothing to do with what I wanted. She said, that's not our expertise. And I went, I love that. So I just wonder, do we ever try to, if we have a client that wants something that we don't carry, do we all of a sudden try to fill her need with something that we carry that doesn't have anything to do with it? Okay, then after that, I walked into Bath and Body Works. Actually, I didn't walk into it. I can't actually walk into it. It's like too overwhelming for me. But from the, just from the, like the mall hallway, I looked in there and I was overwhelmed. All I could see were boxes and bottles everywhere. And I don't know, if you're around this weekend, you should just go take a look. And I want you to think about, how does it make you feel? There were so many things stacked up and pulled out there. And it made me think more like, this is a bargain place, not this is a luxurious place, okay? And then the third thing that happened is, as I was walking down, you know those people that walk in, that are in the middle of the mall that like pull you in? Well, this guy was, I knew it was skincare. And I looked around, I looked towards him, and he goes, are you looking for me? And I was like, that is the cheesiest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, no, I wasn't. And he goes, here, try this sample. I went, okay. This is so lame. I was like, he's totally being a salesperson right now. And I went, no, thank you. He goes, well, just take the packet. Like, what's the big deal if you just take the sample? You can try it or not try it. It won't, you know, it won't make a difference. So I took the packet, but I also noted how it made me feel. The reason I'm telling you about these three things is that we have an opportunity every time that we're in front of our clients and every time we're out in public talking to people. The things that we say and the way that we present things make a difference, because it causes people to feel a certain way. Just like when I walked into that Origin store, it made me feel calm. When I walked sort of close to the Bath and Body Works store, it made me feel overwhelmed. And also just so many scents in there as well. Okay, and then when I walked down the hallway and that guy was like being funny, it made me feel like I was being sold to. And so I want you to think about, as you consider what you do for your clients, if I were to reverse the roles, if I was on the receiving end of myself, how would it make me feel? Okay, so pause that, and now I'm going to tell you about what we are doing, because we love our skincare class. But over the years, the name of our presentation has changed. Way back when, they used to call them beauty shows. And when I think of beauty show, I think of a, you know, like I'm the entertainment and you are paying attention to me and it's about the show. I don't know, it was before my time, but that's what it makes me think of. Then we switched over to skincare classes, because we are teaching women how to put the product on their face. We're teaching women about skincare, and that resonates with me because I do like to teach. But when I think of classes, what I think of is school. And what I think of is workshops. And I think there was a time and place where that was a very relevant thing that people wanted to learn. They wanted to be a part of something. But then I think that there was a shift that happened, that it was like people didn't really want to go to a class. They were in class all day, or they were, you know, learning stuff all the time. You know, they didn't want to go to another class. So we shifted, and then the name of our appointments were then called Skincare Party, right? We called them parties because we wanted it to be fun. And we changed things. Even in our training center, we went from a U shape when it was a class to the 6-foot tables kind of all over the room, just like in a party, right? We made it more festive. The atmosphere was more festive. But now when people think of direct sales, when they think of Mary Kay and they think party, the things that people associate with party these days has more to it than, the emotion of it is, I gotta clean up, I gotta get women together, and maybe even that I gotta buy something. And so I believe, and we believe, that we're in a new shift. And right now, I want you to consider that women out there are so busy. And the buzzword out there right now is the word experience. Would you rather go to a skincare party? Would you rather go to a skincare class? Or would you rather go to a beauty experience? And so I'm not so sure that this is really any different than any of the other shifts that we've had over the years. But what I do know is that when I say the word beauty experience, it makes me think of a spa. It makes me think of time where I get to relax and it's time for me. And I think of things that are calm. I think of things that are luxurious. I think of things that are I think of cucumber slices in my water. I think of warm towels and comfy bathrobes. Is that not what you think of when you think of a spa experience? And so we have a pilot program going down. There are these two women from the Top Director Trip that just had this brainchild because of something that our president Nathan Moore said, that he wanted to transform the beauty experience, that they have run with it. And I'm going to tell you right up front that it still is the things that we do in a skincare class. You're still going to show the product. You're still going to sell full circle. None of that has changed. But the way that you describe things and the way that you present it can shift. And when you present it to women as an opportunity to book a beauty experience, they're going to want to know what that looks like. And I believe that when we walk out the door and we make women feel like $1,000,000 and we make them feel like they just had a relaxing, fun girlfriend time, that they're going to want to come back again. And so if you are then in on the pilot program, then just text me back and I will send you the next things for you to look at, and then you can go from there. So you guys, have a great day.